That's enough. Yeah, that's good.
Hey, it's me. Today is a celebration, as you can see. I've decorated. It's my
10th birthday.
It is 10 M for million. The M is a little small. She's cute! Today, I am celebrating reaching 10 million subscribers on my channel. We got balloons, we got party hat.
Ow.
But this is starting to choke me. I don't want to damage my head. It's gonna leave a mark on my soft spot.
I'm only 10.
10-year-olds don't have soft spots. Today I film a highly anticipated video that I've been planning for a long time. If you've been watching my recent videos, then you will know that I have been very annoyingly teasing a big project that I've been working on for months. Not 4 months, although it has been it's been like 5 months, but 4 months. My big project was intended to be a celebration for hitting 10 million subscribers. And I want to celebrate by making a sickening amount of art. How else would you celebrate a fun occasion? And I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I do want to acknowledge that hitting 10 million is honestly so surreal for me. When I started YouTube, I never imagined that I would even come close to hitting 10 million subscribers. I just don't even get it. While I have put a ton of work into my channel and my content, I definitely could not have done this alone. I have a lot of continued support from my family and my team, and of course, you guys. I don't think I've ever asked you to subscribe unless it was a joke, but I'm really glad you did. It really does mean a lot to me, and I really appreciate those of you who show up every single Friday. The big projects, the small projects, the projects that go really well, and the absolute failures. Some of you are just here no matter what happens. Now, I've never done one of these milestone celebration videos, except for that one time I decorated my silver play button. This is what I ended up with as far as decoration. Why did I decorate it like that?
What is that?
But I figured, 10 million is a big one. So, my big project, I'm gonna finally just tell you about it. Let me set the stage though, first. I make a lot of characters. Okay, that's no secret. They're not here. They're behind the fringe, whether they're squishies or drawings or paintings. It's one of my favorite things to do. And over the years, I've accumulated a lot. In fact, I know now just how many. Because I've created so many characters in my videos, a while back, a lot of you were requesting a character guidebook. Like all the comment bomb situations, I kind of just disregarded it as too big of a project, but around the time when I hit 9.5 million subscribers, I started thinking, wow, I might actually hit 10 million. Like, this might actually be a thing. I feel like I should do something. Maybe I'll do something big. It's probably months away that I'm actually gonna hit 10 million, so I have time. Clearly, I didn't have as much time as I thought I had, because I hit 10 million 3 weeks ago, and I'm kind of posting this like a late celebration. Flashback to 5 months ago, I started preparing. Time to make a list. First, I needed a list of every single character that I've ever created in my videos. Ever. If it had a face, it was a character. If it was a character, it went on the list. The full list ended up being composed of around 309 characters total. So after I got the diagnosis of 309 characters, I shut down. This just isn't possible. I just can't do this. No, it's just not gonna happen. Canceled.
It's canceled.
But then I came back from that. Yes, the original idea was to include every single character I've ever created, but nobody loves all 309 of them. We could easily eliminate some of them. So here are some of the characters that did not make it in the book. First category, the human characters, except for Cupid, the human cupcake, because she is removed enough from the human species. Honestly, I pretty much hate all the human characters that I've made. They're all more or less disgusting. Also, because most of my characters are animals, the humans kind of feel out of place anyway. The only human character I was sad to see go was the Donut Queen, Queen of Donuts. Fortunately, I have recently reinvented her as a bunny. May or may not have been premeditated, but no other humans. Done. I did have a handful of characters that weren't really mine, Rudolph and Marie. She's a Disney character. I'm not gonna include characters that aren't mine. Those are out. Honestly, the biggest category of rejection though, it's a little bit more of a gray area. I eliminated characters that I felt were just not memorable. A lot of them are from really old videos. There wasn't anything that special about them. I never brought them back into future projects. And so this category of characters are just ones that I felt did not contribute much at all to the overall ME universe of characters. Yeah, boo-hoo, they can go die now. The last small category of characters that I eliminated. I hate them so intensely that they're just gonna ruin the whole thing with their stupid presence. I'm talking about Bill. I'm talking about that red panda that some of you liked for some reason. I cannot. Don't get me wrong, I am leaving in so many characters that I don't really like. They are not my favorites. I might have some strong words for, but I didn't hate them strongly enough where I feel like they're gonna ruin the entire book just by being on one of the pages. There's only a handful of characters that I feel that strongly about. Yes, they are rejected for that reason. So after the big clean out, I was left with around 220 characters. Still a lot. I'm still scared. No. Terrified. Just by getting that number down a little bit, I felt like I could tackle this. So I started drawing. I needed to do a custom illustration of all 220 characters. Remember when I was complaining about how big my Rubik's Cube project was? With 32 little measly, tiny little head drawings? How about the playing cards with the 52 little partial body illustrations? How about 220 full-scale illustrations? How about that? I don't think I'm gonna top this one. Obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and draw all 220 right now. They're actually already done because I've been working on this for months. I'm gonna show you the process of the drawing though. I will show you. I've spent full work days working on this guidebook. Evenings after my kids go to bed. I've spent mornings before everyone wakes up. Nap times. Not my own nap time. I don't nap. I mean my kids' nap times. Cramming drawing into every little crevice. I thought about quitting so many times. But finally, this past week, I finished the illustrations, the very last character. It was delicious, but the work was not done. Oh no, not even close. The work was not done. What about the book? Because currently this is not a book. So I had to actually design the book. Each character has a full 2-page spread. The full character art is on one side, and on the other side is all kinds of information about the character. Their name, their species, their creation date, a character bio, which is currently gibberish. Those aren't written yet. A rating. This is my personal opinion on the character. And then some characters get a little color palette section and a likes and dislikes. And other characters get a related character section because a lot of my characters are connected to each other. And all of this information needed to be entered in for every single character. And a lot of it has been. But there's still a major part of this book missing, which brings me to my agenda today. The character bios. I need to write over 200 character bios. Yeah. Some of the characters I already do have a very clear idea of who they are and what their personality is. Other characters, I'm gonna have to make it up. Fun fact, a lot of my characters were nameless. How am I gonna put them in the book without a name? So we're gonna learn some
New names today.
I'm gonna sit and write all of these bios, and as I write these bios, you're gonna be seeing my drawing process for that character. And this is gonna be a wonderful joy to edit. You're welcome, future me. Okay, well, we better get started. Got my laptop here. Get comfortable. Okay, I am terrified. I don't know if I can do this. I am gonna start with my oldest character in the book because my actual guidebook is in chronological order. So starting at the very beginning of the book, the first character that appears is none other than Miss Kitty. What? Yes, that's right. I did a drawing of her at the very start of 2018. So we've got 6 years of characters to get through. I want these bios to be like casual, conversational,
Funny, maybe.
if I can manage it. What should I write? Miss Kitty is a friendly cat. Okay, she lives in the clouds because
She is a rainbow.
Why am I doing this? I'm not even a good writer. I should have hired someone for this. Nobody would know what to say about these freaks. I'm the only one who can do this. I'm the only one who can do this. All right, I can do this. I have confetti stuck to me. Miss Kitty loves her cloud bed and rarely ventures onto the dirty earth below. Okay, moving on. Blob OG. Oh my gosh. Blob OG is the first blob ever created. He is actually based on a Play-Doh animation that I made for school. He loves eating cheeseburgers and he's often confused with Derp the dinosaur. Next, Strawberry. I created Strawberry the plush off camera, so I don't really know when I created her, but she started appearing in my videos a really long time ago. Strawberry is the glorious combination of a strawberry and a fuzzy bear. Her personality is as sweet as a strawberry, so it's a little surprising that she enjoys the company of her best friend, Grumpy Greta, which brings us to Grumpy Greta. Grumpy Greta is another one that I did not create on camera. She just kind of appeared in some of my really old videos. Let's be honest, she's not the most fun to be around. Grumpy Greta will never fail to find something to complain about. Her very specific ugly green color ticks her off. Why does everyone else have a better color? Demon eyes. I always have called this popsicle the demon-eyed popsicle, but I felt like that wasn't a name enough. This thing is named Demon Eyes. Cute. This rainbow popsicle may be delicious, because I'm sure it is, but there is something about that face that is quite unsettling. Must be the eyes. This is another character that did not have a name. Giggles. Giggles is the name, because in the original video, I made this cat giggle. Giggles has the giggles. This cat never stops laughing. Never. At first, the giggles are cute, but then it gets a little annoying. Introducing Melanie, because she's a melon.
Me.
We don't know much about Melanie. She kind of just hides in her watermelon costume all day, but she does seem a little naked without it. And that's true. She makes me a little uncomfortable to look at her naked, which I guess is normal. Next, Ribbit. She was originally a frog character, but her makeover process involved painting a cat design over the old frog design. While she is very happy with her new fluffy tail, Ribbit still hasn't gotten used to saying meow. PB. Okay. PB is the friendliest peanut butter themed hamster that you will ever meet, because you'll probably never meet a different one. He's always wearing a big smile, but is he even complete without his other half? He kind of misses Jelly right now. Oh, here she is, Jelly. Jelly is sweet and chatty, but she's just a little bit of a gossip. She loves to go to tea parties and catch up on the latest news. Remember that awkward tea party with the Squishies? That's what this is about. Oh, the tiny mango. I named him Teeny. For being the tiniest of all the ME characters, this little mango has been through some big challenges. He survived an emergency brain surgery. The aliens stole his brain. It's a long story. Luckily, he's doing just fine now. What's a nice way to say he's dumb though? I wouldn't count on him to help out with your math homework. The cotton kitties. I debated putting them individually in the book. I just love the way they lay on top of each other, so I kept them that way. But I named them individually Candy and Oliver. These cotton kitties are almost inseparable, but they're not. They are separate cats. Candy is always happy. However, Oliver would sooner drop dead than crack a smile. It's true. It's no wonder they need one another to balance each other out. Oh, are we done yet? Nope. Squishy Ghost. He first appeared while unboxing Squishy packages. His favorite pastimes include knocking over boxes, tipping over paint, and showing up unexpectedly. We expected you this time, go away. This character is one of my really old and kind of like classic characters that I've brought back several times, but I've never given her a name until recently. Scoopsy, because she's made of ice cream, and it's Scoopsy. Scoopsy has everything that any ice cream bear could want. You know, all those ice cream bears. She's the envy of the dessert bear species. Despite her dazzling good looks, Scoopsy remains humble and kind. Mr. Hot Cocoa, classic boy. A classic boy. He is the warmest bear around. Literally, because he's hot chocolate. He's warm. Okay. Mr. Hot Cocoa is so cozy, he doesn't even bother to open his eyes. Angry Pig. Be careful not to insult him. He's likely to respond with an outraged
What?
That's what he likes to say. Angry Pig may look cute and cuddly, but don't be fooled. This pig has got an attitude that is second to none. His attitude is atrocious. Next, a new name, Pearl. This creamy white narwhal
I don't know if I like that or not.
is ready for a swim in milk. Wait, no, isn't she made of milk? Who knows? Without Chip, she is a plain looking narwhal, but she is the perfect complement for her chocolate chipped soulmate. Chip's goofy personality. Who knew he's goofy? I didn't either until just right now because I'm writing it. Chip and Pearl love to spend all day swimming through the water while holding fins. Maisie, did you know her name was Maisie? She is a great little something or other. We're not really sure what her species is, but clearly this little creature has got quite the sweet tooth. Baby Hams.
Oh, it's a little baby hamster with a little blankie.
I'm gonna rate that. Everything about Baby Hams screams baby. The only thing is, this big boy is somehow already larger than most full-grown hamsters. And here we get to Pickle. Oh, I'm writing Pickle's bio. I'm writing Pickle's bio. I gotta pace myself. I got a lot to do. If there were ever an iconic ME character, it is Pickle the dinosaur. Named for his color and his original streaky dark green paint job, Pickle the dinosaur is just the right combination of derpy and cute. He doesn't say much, but without a word, Pickle manages to be perfectly charming. Alfred! Oh my gosh, wow, this is actually happening fast.
How many have I done?
I'm not gonna count because it's
Gonna discourage me.
Alfred is a major family man. He's a polar bear, so he should be perfectly suited for the cold of winter. Yet, Alfred chooses to sport a blue sweater year-round. And let's take a quick break from writing bios for a second. We could all use it because I want to show you guys a very special product that I'm launching exclusively for this celebration. The special celebration Pickle plush. He's wearing a little party hat and he's got this rainbow layered cake. His candle actually lights up. The back of his outfit says 10 million subs on it. This is going to be a pre-order item, so he will be available to purchase for 3 weeks only. After the 3 weeks runs out, he will no longer be available. Also, in addition to this brand new product, I decided to bring back a product due to popular demand. It is the generational set. This set of bags I did launch several months ago, but it sold out so fast and a lot of you were really disappointed. I've had people begging me for months to bring these back. Each bag features a set of characters that come from a generation of characters. So the oldest set of characters are on the backpack, the second generation of characters are on the purse, and the most recent generation of characters are featured on the wallet. And all together they create the full rainbow of colors. So if you get all 3 bags, you own the whole rainbow. Like the Pickle plush, you will only be able to order the generational set for the next 3 weeks, so make sure you get your orders in before the deadline. Don't forget. Also, I wanted to do something extra special for those of you very loyal viewers who watch my videos super quick. For the first 24 hours that this video is live, you can get 10% off of these items. Let's get back to writing bios because we've got a lot more to do. Muscle Chicken. I feel like he should have an actual name. I have an idea. This burly chicken was named Eugene at birth, but he'd prefer to be called Muscle Chicken. He takes pride in being extraordinarily strong for a chicken. His muscles are legendary for a chicken. Miss Chicken. I don't really love the Miss Chicken design. I tried to kind of redesign her a little bit for the guidebook. She's not that cute, honestly. But anyway, she's a part of the family, so let's talk about her. This chicken is best known for being married to her soulmate, Muscle Chicken. Miss Chicken often receives comments on her unusually large beak. Wait, is she a duck? Scandal from the original creation video. Chicken. This chicken was supposed to take the name Eugene II. I love just making this stuff up. But after observing his tendencies, his father, Muscle Chicken, had no choice but to change his name to Chicken. This chicken lives in perpetual fear of everything. His recognizable can be heard on repeat when in his presence, while in his presence, when in his presence, while in his presence, I don't know. Grammar. Chicky, she's the baby. Freshly hatched from her egg, this little baby chick has a bit of shell still left on her head. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, next is my rainbow of monsters. There were only 2 of them that had names already, so I had to name all of these. This one I went with Puffles. Puffles is a fluff ball of cuteness and loves nothing more than to be hugged. She's a monster though. Next is Todd. Todd is something. He is definitely something. He's goofy. No, scary. Todd is a wild one. He definitely won't hurt you unless he wants to. He's kind of ugly, but we also kind of like him, and he may hurt you. This one, oh my gosh, I named it Thing. I hate this thing. She is either uncomfortable with herself or she's just here to make everyone else uncomfortable. You could find Thing huddled up in the corner of every event. That's kind of sad.
Should somebody try to talk to her?
I wouldn't. Nelson, we've reached Nelson. He's one of the only ones who already had a name. Don't get too close to this one. He is known for his squeak-like farts. Charming. Although he's always sure to say,
Excuse me.
Nelson struggles to make friends, and we all know why. Oh, this one. Oh my gosh, I hate this one. I named her Mutant. She's not a mutant. She's a monster. This blue monster looks more like a mutant owl. Her head is tilted in a cute little pose, but she's really not that cute at all. In fact, we hate her. Short and sweet. Bumble Bear! I gotta sit up for this one. Her vaguely bee-like and bear-like features earned her name, but her true species is monster. She also has a unicorn horn. She must be magical.
I guess.
This one I named Sweet Roll. I don't know. This character I really couldn't care less about. Sweet Roll is a very sweet cat. She loves to stay put on her cotton candy cake roll. Will she ever take a bite? These are so ridiculous, I swear. Okay, Bert. Sometimes I call him the bored sloth. Bert is a seriously bored sloth. He finds little amusement in anything. If you share your best accomplishments with him, he's sure to be unimpressed. He spends most of his time staring off into the distance. I almost rejected this character. He was on the borderline, but he's here, and I named him Jasper. Jasper survived a very necessary but slightly uncomfortable tail relocation surgery. Who remembers that? Maybe some of you. He was so worried about his surgery, he was given a donut for comfort. Next, this character, I decided to name her Willow. She's a sweet fox with a wreath around her neck. Willow is known for being shy and kind. We aren't sure how the wreath got around her neck, but it's got flowers on it. I named this koala Lena because it kind of goes with ballerina. She is the perfectly graceful ballerina, except when she's falling over on stage, because she's not graceful. Despite her tutu, Lena is a bit of a klutz. Next, these characters are not the best. I'm kind of going through like a little bit of a lull. Next is Peanut Bitter. You can count on him to be sarcastic and exceptionally cynical. His soulmate, Jelly, is the only one who can lift his spirits. And here's Jolly Jelly. Oh wait, no, I wrote Jelly, but it's actually Jolly Jelly. Not to be confused with Jelly. Jolly Jelly. She's significantly worse. Jolly Jelly lives a simple, carefree life. Her joy is contagious to everyone around her. Next, these two names legitimately came out of my butt. Not legitimately. Don't picture that. It's Tanya and Scooter. I don't know. Tanya is the bread, Scooter is the dog. Somehow this strawberry toast and this strawberry dog have found each other. No matter how many days go by, Tanya remains a little bit alarmed. She's always like,
Who is this dog?
even though he's been there for like 6 years. Scooter seems quite content with his new home. I guess he's never gonna leave. I used to always call this one the Unicorn Fanatic. Eunice, not spelled with an E, but spelled with a U, because it's unicorn Eunice. Eunice was not always Eunice. Eunice renamed herself due to her extreme admiration for unicorns. She's super sweet until anyone says anything negative about unicorns. Then she becomes a psychopath. Shelly! Oh, it's Shelly!
Yay! Yay!
Okay, let's write it. Shelly is the grumpiest dessert-themed cat around. Her sweet cupcake topping contrasts her sour personality. Sticky frosting is constantly dripping down her face. Can you blame her for being annoyed all the time? And next is Eustace. We all know Eustace is a little bit creepy, as in he is a creep. Is it the tongue? Is it the sly smile? Or is it the uneasy side eye? Whatever the reason, this dessert cat gives people the weirds. Next is Marlo. Marlo is the responsible mother and wife of a beautiful polar bear family. She takes her role seriously and is always contemplating the right way to go about things. Pumpy the Pumpkin. Pumpy is the happiest little chow playing in his gooey pumpkin. How did he get there? I don't know why I'm like inserting questions into the character bios. Like, shouldn't I just be here answering all the questions? No. One thing is clear, playing in Guts has never been this adorable. That's kind of gross.
I think I'll keep it.
Next, Cupcat. I wanted to give this one a proper name, but I literally could not. I don't know. I stared at her face and I stared at her face and I stared at her face. You have no name. Your name's Cupcat. I'm sorry, girl. What's up with Cupcat? She looks a bit sad for someone who gets to live inside of a cupcake. As if frosting and sprinkles and a cherry aren't good enough. Yep. That's her bio. Straw Bunny. Straw Bunny is just as sweet as they come. What else can I say about her? Has she met Strawberry yet? I don't know, just pointing out that maybe they could be friends. If only she could walk a little bit easier. Mabel. This one I named Mabel. Mabel's best feature is her sugary wool. Thank goodness people have finally stopped trying to use her wool for sweaters. Moose. Moose. His friends just call him Moose. Or are they saying Moose? This melted mound of dessert is happy to sit and observe his surroundings. Don't let him sit on the floor. We've seen him mistaken for poop. No, he won't want me to talk about that. Let's have some respect. It's his bio. This one I named Frosty. His name may be Frosty, and he may be a penguin, and he may be a popsicle, but this little fellow is anything but cold. Actually, he is kind of cold. You can see it on his face. He's cold. In fact, he doesn't really want to talk to you right now. Please go away. And next is Georgie. Oh, Georgie! How can words describe? Georgie is the sweet combination of pineapple and duck that we have come to know and love. He is great at making new friends and always introduces himself with a loud hello. Mellow. True to her name, this fox has never caused a stir. She mostly sleeps in her cozy melon, content to keep to herself. Baby Nat.
Baby Nat. Oh.
What do I say about her? Baby Nat doesn't understand much of what's going on, not just because she's a baby, but also because her huge fuzzy earmuffs aren't the best for keeping up with conversation. Oh, the grateful monkey. She's been so grateful for everything we've given her. I thought we should give her a name. So I'm gonna call her Gracie. We didn't even know this monkey had a name until recently. Gracie is usually too overtaken with gratitude to talk about herself even for a second. This single banana cupcake was the best gift she could ever imagine receiving. Wow. Wow. Willie! Meet
Willie.
His formal name is Willie, but nobody would ever call him that. He's the most adorable penguin baby as he waddles around with the giant lollipop. Watch out though, that thing turns into a weapon if anyone tries to take it away. Pickled Pink. This derpy dino showed up one day suspiciously hand in hand with Pickle. Rumor has it that Pickle and Pickled Pink share a secret derpy love. And next is cousin Derp. Derp, the dinosaur, is Pickle's closest cousin. He is mega derpy. He'll eat just about anything. He even tried to eat Pickle once, but we won't talk about that. But his favorite meal is a cheeseburger. Next, the mama dessert fox. I decided to name her Strawbella. Strawbella is a delightful dessert-themed fox who exudes, I don't use that word.
I'm gonna use it.
Sweetness and kindness as a devoted mother to her playful little baby fox. Carmelo, her
Baby.
Carmelo may look sweet, but he's known for getting into a touch of mischief. Although every sticky situation he creates seems to be by accident. He's one of those. Next is Orange Fishy. How do I describe Orange Fishy? Orange Fishy is a parasite. That's the first statement we need to make. For being amphibious, he doesn't spend much time in the water. Orange Fishy would much rather hop from host to host, whether it's a giant mango or his favorite host, Fish Blob. Orange Fishy will always find somewhere to live. Oh yeah, and he really hates burial. She upstages him and it's not okay. Vanilla. This vanilla puppy got a little eager over a donut and now she seems to be stuck.
Forever.
At least a donut isn't the worst place to be stuck. Nilla seems to be enjoying it. Honey Sweetie. Honey Sweetie is a classic brown bear who happens to live inside of a custard tart. Her fruit toppings make her even more sweet. We are pretty sure she's related to Mr. Hot Cocoa. I think I said that at one point. Speckles. Oh boy, it's Speckles. Speckles has become somewhat of a controversy lately since I kind of redid the concept. It came out that a lot of you were very protective of her. Speckles is a Dalmatian that's also inside of a dragon fruit. She has struggled to fit in anywhere except for the dragon fruit and has been accused of being weird. This next character I decided to name Lucy. I feel like she's a really old character, but she's the most recent character of the characters that I've named so far, so Lucy is known to be a fashion guru. Her playful giggles, she's like this, her playful giggles are great until they're aimed at your outfit. She's a little judgy. Next, it's Sprinkle Panda. She's not like all the other pandas because sprinkles. You can find Sprinkle Panda taking a walk through the forest, humming the sprinkle song on repeat. Sounds fun. Have you ever tried to hum it? Because it's really hard to hum. I can't hum it. This character I called the anti-rainbow monster. I hate that name. It's so ugly. So I am renaming him Antonio. Let's be dramatic with this one. What has he done? Antonio is a despicable disgrace. He commits the most heinous of crimes. He changes the order of the rainbow. It's honestly disgusting. So yeah, there's that. Oh, and it's Rosie, the bashful dragon. Whew, my neck is starting to hurt. We're still going. Rosie is the rare and colorful blend of a dragon and a butterfly. What's she so embarrassed about? She won't say. It's too embarrassing. Also, Eunice once ran over her with her unicorn floaty, and now Rosie doesn't like her, understandably. Grumpy Cherry Berry. Grumpy Cherry Berry is likably grumpy, if that's a thing. He somehow puts a smile on everyone's face. Maybe it's the adorable cherry hood. Galactic Cat. I've shown Galactic Cat in one of two ways. One, naked in the galaxy, or two, in his Earth suit. I prefer him naked, but these have no background. So I decided to add a little galaxy belly patch to him. Galactic Cat is somewhat alien. He looks suspiciously earthly, but clearly he's not. He spends his days aimlessly wandering the galactic depths of space. Fred. Yay! Fred is very serious and a touch judgmental. He has strong opinions on most things, but he's often wrong because he's got a plant brain. Cupid! Oh my gosh, we're getting to some good ones. She's a human cupcake, but really more of a cupcake than a human because humans are gross. I don't need to put the thing about humans being gross. Most of the people who are going to read this are humans, so better not write that. Is she cute? Is she creepy? She's both. Some people don't get her, and she is okay with that. Next is Ruby, and I did give her this name just for the guidebook. I don't remember saying a single thing about this character when I made her, so this is all
coming out of the butt.
This little mouse has claimed this perfect red strawberry for herself. Selfish. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone deserves a strawberry, and she treasures it with all of her heart. Who's gonna tell her that strawberries don't last forever? Butter Bear. This character was on top of a pancake squishy, but in my illustrations, I've just illustrated her by herself, and for some reason, I like her so much more. She's 99% butter and 1% bear. That ratio might be a little bit off. Her favorite pastime is laying on a warm stack of pancakes. Burial. She is a bear, and she's happy being a bear. She just likes doing fish things. You will never see her outside of her fish costume. She's earned a rival in Orange Fishy ever since she upstaged him in her fish costume. Nellie. You may not recognize her because she's a pretty obscure character, but I wanted to keep her because I kind of like her. Nellie is not known for her optimism, even on her birthday, which is today. Did you say happy birthday to her? And I say it's today because it's always her birthday. Her hat is tied on too tight, and she doesn't get what all the fuss is about. Can everyone just leave her alone? To be fair, if my birthday were every single day, I might get tired of it too. Next, Chester, again with a new name. We love a good rainbow, but is Chester pulling it off? Absolutely not. It's a wonder that this cloud blob can make something as magical as rainbows look truly awful. He's just creepy. I usually call this the angry blob. I'm changing his name to Rupert. If he's not angry, he's not Rupert. This fiery blob has a hot temper. If the smoke coming out of his ears wasn't warning enough, stay clear of Rupert when he's in a bad mood. Oh, the artist. One of my favorite blobs. This blob is serious about her art. Her best friend is paint. She spends all day long working on her art projects. Don't interrupt her, okay, because she'll be like, just let her paint. Giselle. I like that name. Giselle is such a sweetie. She loves to try to help others, but she often ends up being more of a tag-along. She wants to be helpful, but she doesn't look like she really would be. Magenta. I feel like that's just a perfect name for her. Magenta is a precious little blob butterfly. She's a bit fuller than the other butterflies thanks to her voluptuous blob form. She doesn't mind being different. Baby blob. He cries, he eats, he poops. He's a true baby. And of course, he's exceptionally adorable. Alden. Okay. Alden wonders about the world. He wonders about life. He wonders about the sky. He wonders about you. He wonders about me. Someone. Give this boy an encyclopedia. Next is Rosalie. Why am I impressed with myself for these names? This girly blob delights in all things feminine. Surprisingly, she's not afraid to get dirty and loves playing in the mud. We'll add a little twist there. Tito! I don't know why his name is Tito. Tito loves eating pizza. It's pretty much all he talks about. What are his plans today? Eat pizza. What did he do yesterday? Ate pizza. What's his favorite color? Pizza. Coco! You know, she looks so proper. Coco is a perfectly behaved dessert blob. She takes pride in following the rules of good etiquette. Correct etiquette? I don't know the correct etiquette for speech. I don't know. I think that's right. Nick. We are not sure who forced him into the costume, but Nick doesn't like being a cow. Why couldn't he be dressed as a dinosaur or a lion? Tessa! Tessa is the worst. Let's not say she's the worst, because she's not. There are much worse than her. Hyped up on sugar. Tessa doesn't know how to calm down. She hasn't slept in years. That's terrifying. Spud. Spud often ends up making confusing and outlandish statements. He'll say like,
A blue blah blah.
everyone's like, what? Naked Christopher. Christopher comes from a community of fully clothed blobs. His nakedness is a bit shocking, even to himself. Next, the stacked cats. Okay, here we go. We're starting from the bottom. Harold. Being a waffle cone, Harold holds the position of bottom support cat. It's a lot of responsibility and very demanding on his cone body.
Poor guy.
Moving up to Jenny. Jenny sits directly on top of Harold. She's often called brainless. That sounds rude, but in a playful way, if that's possible. Her constant goofing off makes her fun to be around until you actually have to get anything done. Martin, he doesn't say much at all. Once he told us that he's fine. We're basically going off of that. And the last of the ice cream cats, Nikki. Nikki is the lucky cat who gets to sit on the very top of the ice cream tower. Nikki is sweet and caring, but can't possibly relate to anyone with any problems. On to Froggy. We all thought he was a standard green blob until one day we heard him say, Ribbit. This frog blob hybrid walks like a blob and talks like a frog. Fish blob. Despite her name, fish blob actually has nothing to do with fish. Her vacant expression earned her the name because she's kind of like, I don't know, she has a
Fish face.
Orange Fishy often chooses her as his host. She does enjoy the company sometimes, even if Orange Fishy constantly just blabs about how annoying Burial is. Piper. I bet you don't even remember this character because I barely did. Piper lives in her own fantasy world where she's a magical fairy. Her wand was purchased secondhand from a thrift store and certainly doesn't have any magical powers. Oh my gosh. Okay, the movie buddies. I feel like these are such underrated characters. I miss them. I decided to name them Munchie and Buster. Munchie the bear and Buster the rabbit. They almost always get along except when Munchie is hogging all the snacks or when Buster won't stop talking through the best part of the film. This is the series of fruit blobs starting with Carrie. New name. Carrie is a curious little strawberry blob. She just looks curious. She loves to study nature with her magnifying glass. Fine. That's so random, but fine. Clementine. This tangerine blob. Her name's Clementine. She's actually Tangerine. I don't know why I'm deciding to just make it confusing on purpose. She loves to be a positive energy around her fellow fruit blob friends. Oh boy, next is the angry lemon. You know, I could write a bio for him, or I could just say, he's an angry lemon. He's an angry lemon. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Roger, the blueberry. Roger is awkward. He wants so desperately to be a part of the group, but he just doesn't know how. Almost everything he says is followed by an uncomfortable silence. So sad. Next, the big fat Otis. He basically sleeps all day long. Must be nice to be so well rested. Although, is he well rested? Or does he have a condition? This character, I have kind of reimagined it from its original form. This one just wasn't working as a character in that little cup, so I redesigned him and I named him Franklin. Franklin has an uncanny talent for making everyone laugh. He even got Grumpy Cherry Berry to crack a smile. That's just rumored. Next is Frank. I just did Franklin. Frank. Uh-oh. Was I subconsciously influenced to name that character Franklin because he's right above Frank? Nobody knows his precise location most of the time. Everyone can smell when he's been in the general area, but he always scurries away without a word, leaving behind that Frank stank. Next, I'm on to the next rainbow of monsters, which actually, this is a really old set of characters, but I kind of redrew them and I decided to put them here. I'm making their birth their rebirth. Is anyone following me? Does anyone care? Starting with Boo Boo. Is she a baby? Or does she just act like one? Boo Boo is stuck in a constant babble of baby talk. Next is the orange one, Cupcake. Cupcake seems sweet enough, but don't be fooled. She likes to secretly wreak havoc by spreading rumors about the other monsters.
Oh my gosh.
When confronted about her schemes, she usually blames Ricky. We'll get to him in a second. Next is Fluffy. She's known for giving high fives and is proficient at delivering pep talks. Oh, and here he is. This is Ricky. I've actually never drawn Ricky's full body before, but I kind of love it. Ricky's got a big mouth, literally and figuratively. He once commented on Cupcake's crossed eyes. She still has yet to forgive him. The drama between these two. Next is Donnie. With that Donnie smile, he tries to stay out of all of the drama caused by his friends, but his offbeat jokes don't usually help. Harry! I hate Harry so much. I've once said that Harry can go and die. I'm gonna try to soften it. Let's see. Harry is the worst. He could leave and never come back for all we care. Just look at that face. If it weren't for him needing to serve as the purple of the rainbow of monsters, he wouldn't have any friends at all. Next is Winifred, and she goes by Winnie. He usually tends to wear a frog costume for reasons. She is a worrier. She worries and worries and worries that she's worrying about worrying. Her only peace comes from her emotional support companion, Wilfred. He wears a cow costume in solidarity with Winnie. Wilfred is known for having one of the purest hearts of any of the Emmy characters. Baby Leon. This sweet baby features a blue mane made from cotton candy. I did realize that it doesn't make any sense that baby Leon has a mane. Only adult lions have a mane. But wait, how does a baby lion already have a mane? I'll just leave it as a question in there. We are starting the lineup of all of the animals that I designed when I released my nail polish set, which I'm actually wearing. Cotton Candy. Cotton Candy's gentle and warm demeanor contrasted by an unsettling tendency to appear suddenly and silently. I don't know, she always kind of gave me the creeps. Crisp Cantaloupe. Most of his friends call him Chris. This cantaloupe colored chameleon. Oh, I have an idea. He once blended into a cantaloupe and loved it so much he's never shifted colors again. Soft Sunshine. Soft Sunshine is a special breed of whale called a land whale. I don't know. I said it in the video, and so now I have to go with it. She lives on dry land. How does she walk, though? She slithers much like a snake, but that's gross. But not in a gross way. On rainy days, you can find her peacefully sleeping under a tree because she's the sunshine. Is that cute? Next, Key Lime Cream. She has like 4-leaf clover vibes. She's a happy panda who finds herself in lucky situations often. Is it her green color, or is this panda just destined to have everything go her way? Serene Sky. I did 2 whales in this one series. You may think that Serene Sky and Soft Sunshine could be best friends. After all, being a land whale and sky whale, heck that is. Unfortunately, Serene Sky tends to sleep more than she's awake, making friendships very challenging. Whew! Pale Plum, last one of the series. Pale Plum is an adorable plum-colored bunny, a content companion to whichever of her friends needs her most. Okay. Wow. You may have noticed that this video is nearing an end, and that might make you think that we are nearing the end of the characters. But no, sweetie. That's not the situation that we're in. We are halfway through. I am going to stop here. 1, because I've been doing this all day. 2, I am actually doing a 2-volume book. I was originally going to do just one massive guidebook with all of my characters that I've made up to this point. However, we are kind of awkwardly in the middle of 2024, so volume 1 will include all the characters that I went over today, and volume 2 will actually finish out 2024. Problem is, I haven't finished out 2024 yet. My plan is to continue to illustrate and write bios for characters as I make them, so that by the end of the year, I can finish volume 2. However, I am gonna get caught up to date within this video series. I will be back next week to show you all of the work that I've done on volume 2 to finish out those bios and to finally actually assemble the book. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!